What's going on, everyone? It's Dusty Gogoat. Welcome back to my headcanon. The person that leaked every single thing for Pokemon Legends Arceus has confirmed that there will be DLC. Let's review everything that we know about that will be in the DLC this April. So one of the main things that we know is that the Pokedex is going to be increased to about 400 Pokemon. In the base game of Legends Arceus, we have about 250 Pokemon, so this is going to be an increase of 150 Pokemon. That is a lot of Pokemon to add to a game. The two major categories of Pokemon that I think could and should be added to the game. The first one is pretty much any Pokemon that it does not currently exist in Generation 8. We got Pokemon like Gogoat, Florges, Minior, Greninja, for God's sake. How is Greninja not in a single Generation 8 game? Another very obvious grouping of Pokemon are all of the Pokemon that were added to the Sinnoh games in Platinum version. Pokemon like Houndoom, Tropius, Absol. I don't know why we don't have Wooper in the Marshland. Marill, Feebas, Altaria. You know, I think Goldeen has been in every single Pokemon game ever of all time, and it's not in Pokemon Legends Arceus. There's also a lot of Pokemon that were added to Platinum version and were only accessible when you had one of the GBA games in that additional slot of an old DS. Pokemon like Sableye and Zangoose then would be added into Legends Arceus. They also include a couple Pokemon that got new Hisuian forms. Ursaring and Growlithe both fall in this category. Those two Pokemon got new Hisuian forms. Looking at the rest of the Pokemon on this list, we have Pineco, Arbok. Yeah, let's hone in on Sableye right here. Any of these Pokemon. I'm wondering now if there's a chance that in this DLC they get added to the game and then given new Hisuian evolutions. That is not confirmed, but that is a mighty good idea. Some more Pokemon that should be added to Pokemon Legends Arceus in this DLC include the other starters from Johto, Unova, and Alola. These Pokemon include Chikorita, Totodile, Snivy, Tepig, Poplio, and Litten. It feels really weird that we can get one Pokemon from these separate trios but not the others, and that also begs the question, if these Pokemon were added into the game, which I could definitely see. I mean, they're starter Pokemon. They're some of the most popular Pokemon in the entire franchise. If these Pokemon were added, would the region of Hisui have a similar effect on them, causing and triggering a new evolution? It might be a little too much to ask for each of these Pokemon, but tell me in the comments if that doesn't excite you. 90% of you watch my videos and are not subscribed. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button right now. There has also been data mining to indicate that Mega Evolution will make a grand return in Generation 8 in Pokemon Legends Arceus. There has been code that was data mined to signify which Pokemon can Mega Evolve. Taking this information, I think it's then safe to assume that every Pokemon that can evolve, every Pokemon line that has a Mega Evolution available to it, will be in this DLC. That includes a lot of Pokemon, a lot of fan favorites especially, and a lot of these Pokemon are already in the game. Pokemon like Lucario, Gengar. There's no Charizard. Charizard is not in this game. Pokemon Legends Arceus is doing so well, and Charizard is not in this game. But I would happily take the Kanto starters back into this game with their new Mega Evolutions. This would also mean we would get the Hoenn starter Pokemon and their evolutions, their Mega Evolution. I also like the idea of Kyogre and Groudon having new events in this region. We would play out new storylines, being able to capture the legendaries. I think the legendaries were so much fun to capture in this game. It was always a fun challenge for me to try to capture Heatran, Darkrai without actually initiating a battle and just stunning it. Kyogre and Groudon both have Primal Evolution. This Primal reversion mechanically works just like Mega Evolution, so I would love to see these enraged forms. Maybe they're even turned into noble Pokemon, or it's that type of noble Pokemon battle. And with all of the new Pokemon that are added into the game, I think it's safe to assume and expect that we'll also get new maps to explore. If we look at the overview of the map, there are a lot of clouds potentially shrouding new locations for us to travel to. Within the playable map itself, I've found locations. There'll be like corridors. There's a corridor in the ice area that looks like I should be able to just walk right on through. I can imagine that with the DLC, and it brings you this whole new area where then you can capture all of these Pokemon. Now I'm thinking, can you imagine seeing Mega Evolution Pokemon in the overworld, having to battle them instead of, there's Alpha Mega Pokemon, and those Alpha Mega Pokemon can be shiny. Can this game get any more fun? The person who has been leaking all this information last month in a tweet, they included an image of of the character Looker and Palmer. There's a lot of ways to interpret these two characters separately, but I think that these hints are not so literal. I think the Looker part of the image is a hint that we will get additional information about the time travel plot. I want more information about why we time traveled. I need some closure. I think Looker in this game could further the plot and provide story that'll help us explain the expansion of the map. This next one has me excited. I think Palmer could be a hint for the return of player versus player battling. One of the biggest issues that I had with Pokemon Legends Arceus is the lack of battling. This game feels totally incomplete without the ability to battle my friends. Battling is like a third of the Pokemon experience. I've built a team, I've caught shinies, I want to show them off on the battlefield. When I have friends over on Friday night, I don't want to throw down in Chibi BDSP. Palmer is the leader of the Sinnoh Battle Tower. I don't know if I would suggest that we're gonna get a real battle frontier in Hisui, but they very easily could add local and Wi-Fi battling. Because these two characters were hinted at in the same tweet, I would imagine that their roles are connected somehow, that they're linked together in the DLC story. Johto Johnny just put out a video with a great theory suggesting that Looker is linked to a space-time rift that will give players access to the battle frontier in the future. So pretty much there's a rip in time and space that players can enter to go to the modern day Sinnoh battle frontier. How cool would that be? That is something right out of my headcanon. If we're talking about places in the Pokemon world that we would want to visit through space-time distortion, I would love to visit, especially in this game during this time period, visit the Sinjo Ruins. This was a location that was only accessible through the Johto games, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and this is pretty much where you face Arceus in that game. It's not in Johto, it's not in Sinnoh, it's somewhere in between in this mysterious location. I'm wondering now if it only existed in the past, and essentially you travel through space and time to reach this point. Previously, the only way to reach the Sinjo Ruins was to bring a specific event Arceus. You bring it to the ruin of Alph in Johto. That's how you trigger the event. This would just feel so right to add in a game all about Arceus. Guys, we did it. This game sold 6.5 million copies. I want to hear all your ideas in the comments. If you like what I do, you can hit the join button below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and good luck hunting.